Well, hey there, East Main Baptist Church. Brother Ryan here. My arm, as you can see, is more or less out of the sling, and I'm excited to dive into God's Word with you today with another real short talk with Ryan. We're going to be in Psalm 52 today. As always, I encourage you either get out a Bible right now and read along, or go read this for yourself. Spend some time in God's Word. But the question before us today is, which way will you follow? So in this psalm, David is responding to a rather terrible incident that has just occurred. So David was on the run from Saul, who was king at the time and was jealous of David. And he went to this priest's house and he got some bread and he borrowed a sword from this priest. But when Saul heard about it, he gave orders that that priest and his entire family were to be put to death. And this guy, an Edomite, went and murdered these people, except for one son. And so now we see this is David responding to this. And I think down to today, it asks us this question: which way will you follow? Will you follow, in summary, the way of the world, or will you follow the way of God? Let's see what the psalm says. Verse 1, "Why do you boast of evil, O mighty man?" Right? He's saying, hey, why are you boasting about this? I'm sure this guy was proud of what he had done. He's like, hey, why are you boasting of evil? Why are you proud of an accomplishment that the world said, oh, good job, when that's not what matters? The steadfast love of God endures all the day. I think that's a word of comfort to us. Verse 2, "Your tongue plots destruction like a sharp razor, you worker of deceit. You love evil more than good and lying more than speaking what is right. You love all words that devour, O deceitful tongue." Where is your tongue, right? Because the world says, hey, lie, cheat, steal, do whatever you have to do to get on top, to get what you want, to make yourself look good, to celebrate your accomplishments. But look at verse 5. "But God will break you down forever. He will snatch and tear you from your tent. He will uproot you from the land of living." Because here it is. If you choose to follow the way of the world, that is what awaits you, the judgment of God, where He is going to punish you for those wrong things that you have done. But, verse 6, "The righteous shall see and fear and shall laugh at him, saying, see the man who would not make God his refuge, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and sought refuge in his own destruction." So that judgment is going to come, but those who follow the way of God, those who are righteous in His sight by belief in His Son, who have been changed forever because of what Jesus accomplished on the cross, and have said, Lord, I give you my life, and I'm not going to be perfect about it, but I'm going to live for you. I'm going to choose to follow your ways rather than the ways of the world. That person will have life, while the person who follows the ways of the world will have destruction. The end of the psalm, verse 8, "But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the steadfast love of God forever and ever." That's what it means to follow the way of God, to trust in His steadfast love, to trust that what He said He accomplished with Jesus' death on the cross, He really meant, and He will bring to fruition in your life. "I will thank you forever because you have done it." Because He has done it, because He has proven Himself faithful. His love has proven itself to be steadfast. "I will wait for your name, for it is good in the presence of the godly." The way of God looks like trusting in God and dwelling in His presence and knowing that, hey, things might not be great right now, right? Things were not great in David's life. From the outside perspective, it looks like this Edomite is more successful. He is winning. David is on the run. He is being hunted by his own people, but yet he says, I am the better off. Why? Because I am trusting in the Lord. There's this big temptation when things are not going well to turn from the way of the Lord and turn towards the way of the world, because it's going to seem to bring more immediate relief. But I beg you, I urge you, you already know this, I'm just reminding you, stay true to the way of the Lord. Continue to follow Him. Continue to trust Him that everything will work out as it needs to for His glory. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you back next week. Until then, go and glorify His name.